right, well, hello and welcome back again for our third stream of this game. Boy, the last two sure have been fun. Unfortunate that we're not going to be able to have any more of that as we're switching our route, but hey, that's what we're here for, I suppose. And for the sake of completion, we might as well just do this too. Now, I don't remember this route as well, and it's a lot more specific. Well, it's a little bit more specific about how you have to do it, but I know generally what I'm doing, and so I think we're gonna be pretty okay. Now, as I mentioned, there are two holdups that could take a while or could be pretty fine, but I would expect they'll at least stall things a little bit. And I'm like kind of half expecting this to be two streams, just like Pacifist. Just if nothing else, because of those, as well as the fact that we are doing another full playthrough of the game. And so it's different, it takes a different amount of time, etc., etc. But it is still a playthrough. So I'm not expecting it to be short, you know. As far as the broader sense, I think I have an idea what I'm going to do in terms of streams going forward. Basically, the main fact is obviously we're going to stream this. And so that'll at least be today's stream. I would guess it'll take one more, which I would do tomorrow. Beyond that, the main other thing we have on the horizon would be Deltarune, because I already streamed chapters 1 through 4. However, especially since we're streaming Geno, there's also the weird route, and then I need to stream normal chapter 5. And so the idea I currently have is that I can kind of Frankenstein it together a little bit, because for the most part, the weird route is normal game with some scenes that are extraordinarily different. And so I think what I could probably do is stream chapters 1 through 4 weird route, then do normal chapter 5, then do weird route chapter 5. Because then the normal chapter 5 doesn't feel as random. Because again, it's been a month since I've streamed it. And so that way, even if we have people who haven't seen the normal game, I'm not just throwing them into chapter 5, because they'll get the majority of the experience through watching the weird route. And if it is their first playthrough and they're watching that, then I apologize, because it's a lot worse in the same way as this is, but still, I think that is probably the way that makes the most sense. Now, with that said, I'm not going to continue consecutive days with that. I'll probably take like a day off after I finish Geno before I jump into that, and then we'll see how well we pace that, because that's at least 5 to 6 streams, probably 6, although chapter 5 weird route will be shorter. Well, yeah, it'll just be shorter, and then we'll have to decide what we want to do afterwards, but just generally, that's kind of the plan going forward. Now, as far as this route, by the way, I am kind of stalling opening the game till we're going to start, because I believe there's dialogue once we open, since the last thing I did was complete True Pacifist. And so, yeah. But I'm not sure how much else there is to say before we begin. Like I said, as far as why I'm streaming this, really there's one sequence of dialogue that really made me want to. The point of this route is it was made to be more boring and less enjoyable to play. And so this is not going to be nearly as positive of a gameplay experience as the pacifist route that we've been running. but there are still some really interesting moments. And it's also another important part of the game that gives you more of the story. And like I said, it's a part of the game. So if we already did a neutral, if we turned that into true pacifist, might as well do the third. Because Undertale really has three options as far as your ending. You have a neutral, then once you have a neutral, you can get true pacifist, and then regardless if you have a neutral or not, you can do Geno. And so Geno is probably the hardest to do because neutral is just your basic ending. You play through the game, you probably kill like one thing maybe on accident, not knowing, either way. Maybe you just play it like a normal RPG. Kill things, get experience, do whatever. Then pacifist is just you go in with the knowledge of, oh, well, I'm not going to spare things. Or rather, I am going to spare things. I'm just going to spare everything, play through the game. Then if you don't do the separate scenes with Papyrus, Undyne, and Alphys, then when you finish the game, it'll tell you, hey, you could have been better friends with those people. Why not go back and talk to them? Just like it did when we completed the neutral on a pacifist run. It does that for all three if you haven't already done them. And so, yeah, you need no outside knowledge really. Is go in, do it, makes sense. Geno is the hardest to find because not only is it a no mercy run, which isn't calling it no mercy, the other thing isn't fully true because you can spare things. That's the other thing. It is not just a kill everything without regard. It is specifically basically grind and kill a certain amount of things in each area. And so there is strategy and time and all of that to you can spare things, but you can't advance past certain points before you kill a certain amount of monsters. And then obviously you kill every boss monster. So it's specific in that way, and yet it's fairly simple in the objective. And so that together builds to a pretty interesting run. Now, I think I've stalled long enough. It has been 8 minutes. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to open the game. Like I said, I think we get a scene when I open. So we'll do that. Because this is, yeah, the game will capture. This is a result of beating the game on True Pacifist and then closing it and reopening it is what gets you this scene. I need to unmute it. There you go. Hi. Seems as if everyone is perfectly happy. Monsters have returned to the surface. Peace and prosperity will rule across the land. Take a deep breath. There's nothing left to worry about. Oh, hesitation. Well, there is one thing. One last thread. One being with the power to erase everything. Everything everyone's worked so hard for. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? That's right. I'm talking about you. You still have the power to reset everything. Toriel, Sans, Asgore, Alphys, Papyrus, Undyne. If you so choose, everyone will be ripped from this timeline and sent back before all of this ever happened. Nobody will remember anything. You'll be able to do whatever you want. That power. I know that power. That's the power you were fighting to stop, wasn't it? The power that I wanted to use. But now, the idea of resetting everything, I don't think I could do it all again. Not after that. So please, just let them go. Let Frisk be happy. Let Frisk live their life. But if I can't change your mind, if you do end up erasing everything, you have to erase my memories too. I'm sorry. You've probably heard this 100 times already, haven't you? Well, that's all. See you later, Kara. And then it gives us the main menu, eventually. There you go. Which is, again, a very powerful scene. And we have some slight environmental background noise, but we don't have the same music we've had. And instead of reset, it says true reset. Because if you reset at any other point in time, either in the middle of a run or after you finish a neutral run, it just says reset and the game is different. Enemies acknowledge the fact, like Flowey will say, wait, haven't you already heard this? Or something. His dialogue changes. Then the scene with Sans changes because you turn around before he finishes speaking. And he says, hey, you turn around like you knew what to expect or whatever. Like, the game is different if you just do a normal reset because it acknowledges that you have reset. But now, when you have a true pacifist ending, it gives you the option of a true reset, where you go truly back to square zero. Now, there are a few things, or at least one, that can survive through a true reset, but by and large, it gives you an entirely new save file. So, that is what we are going to do. We're going to go ahead and do a true reset. We know what name we have to put in, and we go all over again, but this time, not with the same intentions. Once again, the true name. And we've reset. Man, back we are. No gold, no items, just with our stick and bandage. And off we go. Howdy, I'm Flowey. Flowey the Flower. You're new to the underground, aren't ya? Golly, you must be so confused. Someone ought to teach you how things work around here. I guess little old me will have to do. Ready? Here we go. See that heart? That is your soul, the very culmination of your being. Your soul starts off weak, but can go strong if you gain a lot of LV. What's LV stand for? Why, love, of course. You want some love, don't you? Don't worry, I'll share some with you. Down here, love is shared through little white friendliness pellets. Are you ready? Move around, get as many as you can. We're in a dodge again. Hey buddy, you missed them. Let's try again, okay? Yeah. Is this a joke? Are you brain dead? Run into the bullets. Friendliness pellets. You know what's going on here, don't you? You just wanted to see me suffer. Die. Oh, okay. So the scene plays out as normal, because we're on a true reset. So we haven't done anything. Everything is just exactly the same. What a terrible creature, torturing such a poor, innocent youth. Ah, do not be afraid, my child. I am Toriel, caretaker of the ruins. I pass through this place every day to see if anyone has fallen down. You are the first human to come here in a long time. Come, I will guide you through the catacombs. This way. Okay, Toriel, we follow. The shadow of the ruin zooms above, filling you with determination. HP fully restored. And we know what determination is after last time. Welcome to your new home, innocent one. For now. Allow me to educate you on the operation of the ruins. The ruins are full of puzzles, ancient fusions between diversions and door keys. One must solve them to move from room to room. Please adjust yourself to the sight of them. Only the fearless may proceed. Brave ones, foolish ones. Both walk not the middle road. Yep, looked at that last time. To make progress here, you will need to trigger several switches. Do not worry, I have labeled the ones that you need to flip. That sign just says press Z to read signs. We press this one, which is marked, and we press this one, which is marked. That one doesn't even work. Splendid. I am proud of you, little one. Let us move to the next room. As a human living in the underground, monsters may attack you. You will need to be prepared for this situation. However, worry not. The process is simple. When you encounter a monster, you will enter a fight. While you are in a fight, strike up a friendly conversation. Stall for time. I will come to resolve the conflict. Practice talking to the dummy. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're not talking to it. You encountered the dummy. We are not talking to it. Ah, the dummies are not for fighting. They are for talking. We do not want to hurt anybody, do we? Well, come now. That doesn't actually affect the route, by the way. You can attack it in Pacifist and you're chill. There is another puzzle in this room. I wonder if you can solve it. You're not going to let me. You will be taking my hand. Oh. The first. Again, I could spare this. There's nothing stopping me from it. However, that's not what we're here for. You earn 10 XP and 20 gold. Your love increased. And we are now love 2. We also got 4 more health. And it doesn't scale up your HP with it. Your max just increases. So we'll need to save to actually get up to that. So we are no longer in Pacifist. I don't have to interact. This is the puzzle, but... Here, take my hand for a moment. Puzzles seem a little too dangerous for now. I just killed a frog. You have done excellently thus far, my child. However, I have a difficult request to ask of you. I would like you to walk to the end of the room by yourself. Forgive me for this. Oh boy. It's just an inconvenience, really, because this room is really long for no real reason. And so it just kind of takes forever to get there. We just kind of got to keep going. You know, I kind of wish I maybe had like a spring key, or maybe if you kind of just like crunched the room a little bit, you know, did some construction real quick, because this is a long room. There we go. Not going to talk to her. Greetings, my child. Do not worry, I did not leave you. I was merely behind this pillar the whole time. Thank you for trusting me. However, there was an important reason for this exercise. To test your independence. I must attend to some business, and you must stay alone for a while. Please remain here. It's dangerous to explore by yourself. I have an idea. I will give you a cell phone. If you have a need for anything, just call. Be good, alright? Bang. And we leave. The frogget... There was a frogget here, by the way. He's now gone. Hello, this is Toriel. You have not left the room, have you? There are a few puzzles ahead that I have yet to explain. It would be dangerous to try to solve them yourself. Be good, alright? Well... Playfully crinkling through the leaves fills you with determination. HP fully restored. First of all, we have the candy here. It says take one. Take a piece of candy? Yes. You took a piece of candy. It says take one. Take candy? Yes. You took more candy. How disgusting. You take another piece. You feel like the scum of the earth. You took too much too fast. The candy spills onto the floor. Not my problem. The next victim, Whimsin. Already sparable. 2 XP and 2 gold. I think you can grind here for a little bit. This wall is not rough though because it moves me up and down. So, we can go ahead a little bit. Hello, this is Toriel. For no reason in particular, which do you prefer? Cinnamon or butterscotch? Cinnamon. Oh, I see. Thank you very much. Hello, this is Toriel. You do not dislike butterscotch, do you? I know what your preference is, but would you turn up your nose if you found it on your plate? Right, I understand. Thank you for being patient, by the way. Uh-huh. Definitely. Before the next save, I'm gonna farm a bit, probably. Whimsin. It's fast, but it doesn't give me a lot of XP, so it's probably not great RNG. Oh well. Hello? You do not have any allergies, do you? Huh? Why am I asking? No reason at all. We can do this, which kind of increases the step count, because obviously we do need one too far. Yeah, more time walking around is fine, because you need a certain amount of steps to get encounters, and we sure need encounters. There we go. Another Whimsin. Unlucky. Apologies, man. Can walk all the way to this, go down, go over, go up, and we're out. I'll probably farm in the room before the mouse cheese, which might be here, but... See, this is slow. This is a time loss, because I don't one-shot them, and there's 3 of them. So, this just is a time waster. Burble burb. Sexy wiggle. Okay. Two-shot him at least. Might not read all the flavor text just because we've seen pretty much all of it before. But we'll see. One more turn. Scorch. There we go. Do I get a lot of XP for this at least? 9. Could be better, could be worse. 5 XP from our next level up, so we will get that for sure. This is the rock. I ain't reading all that. We're good. There we go. Is this the mouse cheese? Yes, it is. Does it tell me yet? Knowing the mouse might one day leave its hole and get the cheese, it fills you with determination. No. We're gonna at least partially grind here. Get some encounters. By the way, this counts as walking, so you do get encounters for doing it. Not triple mold again. And I know I could spare, but we're just gonna go with it. It's fine. Like I said, this route is a little bit more boring just because we have to sit here and fight these guys. And then we have to keep finding and fighting more of them. So it's slower and less happening. So we obviously like don't have to do the papyrus date or any of that stuff though. So in some ways it's faster. Ow. You are 9 XP and 9 gold. Your love increased. I think we leave the room to reset the timer. I kind of want to get to the point where the save tells me. Then I do want to go to the next room and fight Napsabluk. Which I believe is right after this. Okay. 2 of them, not great, but hey, it is better than 3. Go save after this, just to see. And also to heal, since we took damage twice, and then also our max HP has increased. 6 XP, 6 gold. Nope. Do have to hope I don't, like, accidentally cancel the route, but... God, why are we locked into triple mold jail? I do not want this. That might not kill even. Okay, we're good. That would be true worst outcome. If I managed to not kill 1 and 2. Just waste an extra turn. 35 though, we're doing a bit more damage. Okay. Yeah, it's well past half. We should be good. As far as not wasting our time. Go save. Let me just pull something up just to make sure. I'm gonna make sure I'm reading this, but I'm gonna... One mold small. That was horrific. I should still be able to kill in my next hit, but that was a... I was not locked in. There we go. Should be good. Yep. We just be waiting. This is just a mold small room, so I probably should have grinded Froggets earlier, but that's fine. Okay, I think we're still good. Well, we gotta kill the triple molds. Again. I'll probably progress after this room, just because we can get different enemies. Don't have to be stuck in mold small jail. Those were really bad patterns for where I was, but we have plenty of health, it's fine. I say as I just tank a hit for fun. We're also right next to the save, so. And you can see again what I mean by it is kind of hard to do this route because, I mean, we have until the tutorial fight. So it's not like there's a strict timer that we're going to get off course here, but you could like just think, oh, well, I'm killing everything, so I'm on the route, right? But no. There's nothing to indicate we're doing it properly yet. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just go forward. We can fight other monsters upcoming. Do an absolute look. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Are they gone yet? Zzz. This ghost keeps saying Z out loud repeatedly, pretending to sleep. Move it with force? Yeah. But unlike in the Pacifist, we now fight. No noise. Nah. I do not like his attacks. Okay, I'm kind of nuts for dodging that, I'm not gonna lie. Next look is pretending to sleep. Just plugging along. Aw. Sad. Should be one more. I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, his attacks in general are kind of difficult. Because that's there's a lot of bullets there. Is this enough? You do know you can't kill ghosts, right? We're sorta incorporeal and all. I was just lowering my HP because I didn't want to be rude. Sorry, I just made this more awkward. Pretend you beat me. Oh. I lost 1 experience point. It's really funny. We're not going to the bake sale. The froggets are gone. Did you miss it? Spider bake sale down to the right. Come eat food made by spiders, for spiders, of spiders. That's it. The fact that the froggets are gone is a good sign. Hello? I just realized that it has been a while since I have cleaned up. I was not expecting to have company so soon. There are probably a lot of things lying about here and there. You can pick them up, but do not carry more than you need. Someday you might see something you really like. You will want to leave room in your pockets for that. Healing items also matter now because typically, or like on the Pacifist run, pretty much everything was a full heal because we only had 20 health. Now we have much more. I'm checking because usually there is a Vegetoid here, but it doesn't look like there will be because we're on Geno. Okay. Try to get an encounter. They do also make it harder to get encounters as you go. Just kind of even further to dissuade you. Okay, well, it's more steps to go hit the switch. You should be able to get encounters in here, I think. So we're going to try to stall a little longer. If it doesn't give us one, then we don't get one. And we'll continue. Well, we'll continue. I know you can here. So we're just gonna vibe up here for a bit. Okay. Unless the game just doesn't want to. So, like I said, I do know that it ups the time between encounters as you continue on. So, it could just be that, or these rooms might not have encounters. It's one or the other. Pretty sure at least one of these does, though. Is it this one? Yeah. Then it's green. We just don't want to go to home, so we don't want to go up. We can also get the dagger here. Now we can go back with a toy knife. Yeah. Again, there's usually a frogget there, but now I can go back and farm. Let me do this. Okay. Let's see if I can get one in here. Okay. We're gonna backtrack. I don't know where exactly is the best to farm, but not finding stuff here. We can go back to the room we were at, fight more molds. It's fine. I don't know how many we're at as far as like numbers. So I don't know. We're just continuing though. Stand here because I know we'll get encounters here at least. Do kind of wish they weren't molds, so we could try to like backtrack more, see if we can get froggets, but this'll work. What is that? Okay, it still kills. I just double-clicked the button. I'm not used to having to wait to attack. It would be nice for the game to check in with us, tell us where we're at here soon, but we'll see if it will, because I don't know what sort of number we're at. It's best to leave the room and come back anyway to reset the attack counter, or the step counter for encounters, but well, I guess the point of me saying that is then, yo, love increased. I think love 4, I think, is a requirement. Ah. Okay. So yeah, it didn't tell us, but we're good. So love 4 is what you need to reach. So now we're going to get something new in rooms that have encounters. Yep. But nobody came. So yeah. Geno doesn't... In Ruins, it doesn't tell you if you're doing the route properly or not. And now we're going to get spammed with encounters, by the way. Another thing that dissuades you from doing this. It takes forever to get encounters, but once you actually exhaust them, it just gives you encounters like every few steps. Just to kind of annoy you with this. And make sure you know what you've done. So, yeah, again, you just have to sit there and grind as it takes longer and longer to encounter things. And the game doesn't tell you that what you're doing is right or that you need to continue or anything until you actually reach the point. And now we're on the Geno route. I'm sure you noticed the music. Oh dear, that took longer than I thought it would. Toriel has paused the music, though. How did you get here, my child? Are you hurt? Not a scratch. Impressive, but still. I don't know if that's Geno exclusive or increasing your love, but I should not have left you alone for so long. It was irresponsible to try to surprise you like this. Well, I suppose I cannot hide it any longer. Come, small one. Every time this old tree grows any leaves, they fall right off. That's default. That happens regardless, or it says that. And every save point just says determination, which again, we know that from last stream. Do you smell that? Surprise! It is a butterscotch cinnamon pie. I thought we might celebrate your arrival. I want you to have a nice time living here. So I will hold off on snail pie for tonight. Here, I have another surprise for you. Sure. This is it. A room of your own. I hope you like it. Toriels, don't be so nice. It'll make this harder. Is something burning? Make yourself at home. We will get pie. We will get pie. Pie is good. How much do these heal, by the way? 10. Not great. That'll scale to not be very useful with time. Just a reminder of this. Just in case you need one. You read the passage. Why did the skeleton want a friend? Because she was feeling bonely. The rest of the page is filled with jokes of a similar caliber. Just in case you need a reminder what that said. But hey, remember how I pointed out how much the mirror matters? And how we had the three different texts. We had "it's you" at the start of the game. Then we had "despite everything, it's still you." And then when we backtracked, we had "it's just you, Frisk," I believe. And now we have "it's me, Kara." Love that. That's awesome. Yeah, that's so cool, actually. I don't think anything in here is interesting to interact with. Again, we're not going to get all the flavor text because we just did a playthrough. But there is one thing that's interesting. Go to the cutting board. Where are the knives? Mysterious red text that I hate. Up already, I see. I want you to know how glad I am to have someone here. There are so many old books I want to share. I want to show you my favorite bug hunting spot. I've also prepared a curriculum for your education. This may come as a surprise to you, but I have always wanted to be a teacher. Actually, perhaps that isn't very surprising. Still, I am glad to have you living here. Oh, did you want something? What is it? When can I go home? What? This is your home now. Would you like to hear about this book I'm reading? It is called 72 Uses for Snails. How about it? How to exit. How about an exciting snail fact? Did you know that snails make terrible shoelaces? Interesting. I have to do something. Stay here. Chad, it's almost time. We know what we must do, but are we ready to do it? Good thing Gardens isn't here yet. He can miss this. He does not need to see this. You wish to know how to return home, do you not? Ahead of us lies the end of the ruins. A one-way exit to the rest of the underground. I am going to destroy it. No one will ever be able to leave again. Now be a good child and go upstairs. Now we're following you. Every human that falls down here meets the same fate. I have seen it again and again. They come, they leave, they die. You naive child, if you leave the ruins, they, Asgore, will kill you. I am only protecting you, do you understand? Go to your room. This dialogue is all the same. Do not try to stop me. This is your final warning. I'm sorry, but I'm not the one who needs to be warned, Toriel. You want to leave so badly? Humph. You are just like the others. There's only one solution to this. Prove yourself. Prove to me you are strong enough to survive. The Tractorial is correct. Chat, do we remember in the library the books we read yesterday? Do we remember the one about monster souls? It said monster souls are made of magic. Therefore, the crueler the intentions of one who attacks, the more damage it does. 19,000 damage. You really hate me that much. Now I see who I was protecting by keeping you here. Not you, but them. That dialogue is Geno specific. And it lingers on our soul. If you kill her in a normal playthrough, I don't remember what exactly her dialogue is, but she doesn't say that. And we continue onward. Hey, remember how in the Pacifist route we talked to Flowey after this? And how he's all about kill or be killed? Interesting. And once again, complete silence. You're not really human, are you? No, you're empty inside, just like me. In fact, you're Kara, right? We're still inseparable after all these years. Listen, I have a plan to become all-powerful. Even more powerful than you and your stolen soul. Let's destroy everything in this wretched world. Everyone, everything in these worthless memories. Let's turn them all to dust. That's a wonderful idea. Yeah. And there's the first of a sequence of times where Flowey there said, "You're not really human, are you?" And then he talked directly to Kara, who, if we remember, was the first fallen child, and said, "More powerful than you and your stolen soul." Because we still are using Frisk's body and Frisk's soul. But we aren't really Frisk, are we? And we still go to the title card. And now it is in motion. Back to the same scene. So clearly, we're just back in Snowden. It's just going to be the same things happening, right? I mean, still Frisk, still the same character. Obviously different route, but hey, doesn't have to mean anything. It's just, they don't know what we did in the ruins, so how could they know? Oh, hey, Sans. We saw you yesterday. I guess 2 days ago. Human. Don't you know how to greet a new pal? See, it's the same scene. Turn around and shake my hand. Yeah, exactly the same. Unchanged. The old whoopee cushion in the hand trick. It's always funny. That's, your cue to laugh. Well, that's different. Or, to emote at all? Gee, lady, you really know how to pick 'em, huh? that's a reference again to the conversation in MTT Resort yesterday, where Sans talks about his deal with Toriel and how he'd protect any human that comes through. And he doesn't know what happened to Toriel. Okay, that's fine. Everyone's got their own sense of humor. I'm Sans the skeleton. I'm actually supposed to be on watch for humans right now. But, you know, I don't really care about capturing anybody. Now my brother, Papyrus, he's a human hunting fanatic. Hey, actually, I think that's him over there. I have an idea. Go through this gate thingy. Yeah, go right through. My bro made the bars too wide to stop anyone. Well, it progressed the same in the end. Quick, behind that conveniently shaped lamp. Huh. Okay, I guess you don't have to. First just does not move.
Sans, have you found a human yet?
Yeah.
Really? Wowee! Guess that's settled.
That worked out, huh? Just a conveniently shaped lamp. And Papyrus didn't acknowledge us. Are you just gonna stare at me, or some sort of checkpoint or sentry station? But there are bottles of ketchup, mustard, and relish sitting inside. Well, I'll be straightforward with you. My brother would really like to see a human. So, you know, it would really help me out if you kept pretending to be one. Bang. Flowey was the first to say it. Sans is next. And we get the slowed down Snowden theme. This ain't no normal Snowden. "16 left." And it's in the same red text as what the dialogue we got in Toriel's kitchen. We won't be needing the stick. We're fine on room for now. Hi, Snowdrake. Better not snowflake out. I didn't really do the accent there. Whatever. They don't deserve it. We won't need to see any more dialogue from them anyway. 22 XP and 18 gold. This dialogue is unchanged, so we're not going to mess with it. And hey, 15 left. I have to say, Snowden is the one that's difficult because I swear the dialogue or the song always sounds slowed to me. And so I feel like it is slowed when it isn't, but this very much is. I think there's also a glitch that it can revert to normal, so.
So, Sans, when's the human showing up? I want to look my Sunday best. Or at least my Tuesday pretty good.
Don't you only have one outfit?
Yeah, but I could style my hair.
Oh, right. Good idea. Say, why don't you look over there? Oh, hey, it's the same bit.
Sans! Oh my god! I'm dizzy. What am I looking at?
Behold.
Oh my god! Why are you telling me to look at a rock?
So, again, this is very different. Hey, what's that in front of the rock?
Oh my god! I have no idea what that is.
Versus in the normal route, he says, a human? Well, it's not a rock.
Not a rock. Oh no! By process of elimination. That means it's a human.
Those are the only two options, human or rock.
Ahem. Human. Prepare yourself for hijinks, for lowjinks, dangers, puzzles, capers, japers, being captured, and other sorts of fun activities. Refreshments will be provided. If you dare. Yeah.
And you don't even bat an eye, huh? Sans continues to be very off-put by us. Ice cap. $17 XP, 17 gold. By the way, I mentioned that you can basically spare anything. There are enemies that are exceptions to that. Usually bosses or mini-bosses. So like Snowdrake, who we ran into, you can't spare. This guy, you can't spare. Did something move? Was it my imagination? I can only see moving things. Hey, I can't stop shivering all of a sudden. That's not normal. Who's there? Locks the way. Not for long. Don't move an inch. I'm moving. Can't seem to find anything. I hate the flinch. 30 XP and 30 gold. No one's responding to my bell. Oh hey, it's Snowman. Why don't we pay them a visit? Hello, I am a snowman. I cannot move. Traveler, if you could, you got the snowman piece. They didn't tell us to do that. Oh me, oh my. What are you doing? Soon there won't be any of me left. You got the snowman piece. Stop, please. You got the snowman piece. A useless pile of snow. Heals 45 HP. Please take this to the ends of the earth. Ends of the earth. I'm not sure that I will. It's a pretty good healing item.
You're so lazy. You are napping all night.
This is the same. I think that's called sleeping.
Excuses, excuses. Oh no, oh ho! The human arrives. In order to stop you, my brother and I have created some puzzles. I think you will find this one quite shocking.
Oh hey.
For you see, this is the invisible. You must be having culture shock. You see, where I come from, it's a loving tradition to suffer through horrible puzzles for no reason. So, just look back there and... Why couldn't we get a human that likes puzzles?
I didn't control any of that, by the way. That happened on its own. It would make my brother happy if you played along. Sans is just not happy with us. He's not having it. Yo, ball game. It would be on this run that I actually play ball game well. Not at this point, though. We are too far gone. Yeah, GG. We'll try it one more time. I missed. Purple again. Got that on my first playthrough. Well, that's rough. Bad start. Very bad start. I'm not good at messing with the physics object. This is very not good. Why is it going up? Please. Okay. Yeah, cannot aim. Oh well, GG. Yeah, we're not messing with that anymore. Just bad. Nothing here. Alright. Nothing here. We continue onward.
Human, I hope you're ready for... Sans, where's the puzzle?
It's right there, on the ground. Trust me, there's no way they'll skip this one. We won't. No way. We talked about this last time. Because there's a thing there, F-E-B, there's a thing there, F-U-B. Every other word is somewhere in the puzzle.
What the heck? They didn't skip it?
I'm telling you, everyone likes word searches.
Oh my god. I can't work in this environment.
Every cutscene here starts with Papyrus trying to make the same normal japes and gags. And we aren't having it. I guess despite all that, you still like word searches, huh? That means you can't be all bad. 14 left. There's a switch here. It's been depressed with vines. With vines, you say? Lesser dog appears. We must. We have no choice in this matter. I wish we had choice, but we cannot. That is an example of one that we cannot spare. Also, we don't want to grind in this room, because if you grind in this room, then you can run into Jerry, and Jerry just wastes your time. What's that smell? Where's that smell? If you're a smell, identify your smell. Where is that weird smell? It makes me want to eliminate. Eliminate you! Read that text last time. Same attack. That might have been a perfect hit. Whimper. See, that's so sad, actually. That's so sad, actually. If you kill him first instead, then she gets really angry and starts attacking really fast. But he just can't go on. That's really sad. I hate that. Oof, that's so bad. And don't worry. Even though the puzzle isn't solved, we can progress. Nothing's stopping us. There's no papyrus here either. And we don't need to solve the puzzle.
Hey, it's the human. You're gonna love this puzzle. It was made by the great... Are you serious? Sans, help. They keep walking through my puzzles. They're supposed to let me explain them. Then threaten and baffle them with dangerous japes.
Well, maybe they don't like japes.
Everyone likes japes.
What about Undyne? Doesn't she hate puzzles?
She hates puzzles, but she loves japes.
That makes sense.
Human, what do you think? puzzles or japes? Okay, this is normally the part where you either agree or disagree. And depending on your answer, we say something great in response. Here, why don't you do this puzzle yourself?
And he walks out slowly, very disappointed in his not being allowed to do the puzzle. See, the music might be normal, I feel like. I genuinely am not sure, but I think it's glitched that it can go back to normal even though we're still on the route. So, hey, puzzles might be fun if you tried them. It's a legible chicken scratch. Fair. It's a pile of mushy snow. Lesser Dog wasn't here to make the piles. 13 left. Don't have to do this puzzle, but don't want to fall. Would hate to do that. What's up? Say, are you following me? He still does the same bit. But it's gift trot time. The deer cannot be allowed to escape. Get this off me. Sorry, man. I mean, I am getting it off him. Leave me alone. That we're not doing. $35 XP and 30 gold. You sure do like to exercise. So I walked back and forth. This is the same bit, right? It's a snow puff. And this is a snow puff. Yes, it is. Greater dog. I don't want to have to do this, buddy. I do not want to have to do this. It's the greater dog. And it'll take 3 turns as well. Greater dog is waiting for your command. I wish, man. Ah. He hurt, but it's okay. He deserved to hurt. It's okay. Tragedy. 80 XP, 60 gold. Now we stand here and grind. You can do this cutscene and then grind, but we're going to do it first. Get it out of the way, perhaps. Might need to do it on the bridge. We'll do it here. Shouldn't matter. It should just be in the room, but... See, like, this is taking a really long time. I don't know. Just stalling. Walking back and forth on the bridge. See, this almost makes me feel like you can't get encounters here. Because this is a really long time. But I don't know in what rooms you can and can't. Because I know you can't in many rooms. We can go back to the earlier room and just fight Jerry. But it's not ideal because Jerry's annoying to deal with. But I know you can get encounters there, so we might as well. $12 left. Might as well. Get our guaranteed encounters. Don't waste time waiting, because that was a really long time without one. And I know that like the step counter goes up, they make it harder and whatever, but it's in here, I believe, that you can fight Jerry and stuff, so oh, that's a bad wall to do it on. Should be able to do it on the tree. Nope, that's bad. Top, maybe? Oh, we get our encounter. See, we have Jerry to deal with, and I think you can spare him, but we're just gonna... I think it's, like, we're kind of burning XP by doing this, too. But, whatever. We reach the same point at some point, so... I'm not reading his dialogue. He doesn't deserve it. Yeah, no, we are just gonna spare. Yeah. Because it doesn't take us off the route, we don't have to waste time, and he doesn't give us a lot of XP. So, no reason to fight him, really. I think we have to leave the room, come back, reset the step count. Should be at 11 left, I believe. This should be 10. So we're gonna kill you. Cool. Survive this. Oh, it's Chilldrake. Fair enough, I didn't think about it that way. I guess we already took out Snowdrake, so... There we go. And we'll spare you. 39 XP. See, that's a good one. So are we at 10 or are we at 9? 9. 9 left. Yeah, so each monster counts individually. We will not be killing Jerry because we want XP and we don't have to spend 10 turns fighting him. Nice cap. Puts us to 8. 17 XP. What is our 240 to next level? God. Still 8 left though. So we won't get there in Snowden, but that's okay. We might get there at the end of Snowden. Okay. I didn't leave the room. I should do that. I can probably grind here. Closer. So that way I can quickly step out of the room and back in. So just a reminder why I'm doing this is because you get monster encounters after a certain number of steps, and doing this counts as stepping, since Frisk is technically moving up and down. So... No one wants to fight Jerry. 7 left. See, we can just do that. We can be quick. And we continue to just sit here. See, this is the gameplay of Geno. And that is how it is built to be boring. Because you just have to sit here and grind, and then make it take longer, and etc, etc. On the last few, we'll probably want to go to the bottom of the room so that we can leave afterwards, because we don't really want to get spammed by but nobody came. Ideally, we would like to kind of get out of here and not have to deal with much of that. So this will take us down to 5. I attack Jerry. I'm going to miss. I don't even want to attack him, I gotta be honest. I don't want to waste my enemy on this creature. Five left. That is our number. I left the room. That's annoying. That'll reset our step counter, so we go again from 0. Let's go. I would love more Ice Cap and Chill Drake so we can get them out of the way faster. But we'll see. Because for now, we wait. We sit with the Snowden music and we grind. 4 left. This feels like a not great place to be. It's fine. Awesome. This might be okay. Yeah, now this feels okay. Because they don't usually close you off entirely. Alright. 3 left. See, this is the riveting gameplay that you play this game for. Not the character interactions and funny japes and puzzles and scenes and interactions. No. You play it to stand here so that you can spend 2 turns killing something. It's awesome. This is great. I did leave the room, so we are good on that. Just takes a while. I do enjoy this route, and I respect the intention. But with that said, it is kind of crazy how slow it is. It should be 2. Yeah. And we're going to go to the bottom of this room just so we can leave once we get them. It might take 2 encounters, but that's fine. We can get them both at the bottom here. I wish there was a better spot because this is going to jitter, right? Yeah, and that's awful. So I'm just going to walk in a circle. More input, but it's fine. We kind of hope we get Ice Cap and Chill Drake, just so we can get it done now, because then we don't have to spend as much time. This is also going to jitter, right? Yeah. Basically, I'm just trying to minimize the time with the but nobody came message, because, again, that's just going to spam us throughout this whole room. And I don't think there are many other rooms that have encounters, so we'll be fine to avoid it if we can get out of this room quickly. But we have to do so. I should still be able to get encounters down here. It'll just take a while, as always. There we go. Ah, just one. One more encounter, because it's 1 left. I could have killed Jerry. I would rather get XP and not. I wish there was somewhere it wouldn't jitter close down here. Because I don't really want to just walk in circles for the full really long time. But at the same time, this is just really awful to look at. It's not good, so we will walk in a circle. Yeah, I like this route, because it feels very well intentioned, but at the same time, it is very boring, right? Like, it's what they want it to be, that they don't want it to be a fun gameplay experience because this isn't a killing game. And so if you want to kill, they want it to be a bit of a drag, that you are missing out on the gameplay and you're just going out of your way to do this despite it being a much less fulfilling, much less like engaging experience. But I definitely understand the criticism that it is so slow. Again, this is the second area of the game. And of course, we're much faster. That it was probably like a little bit before this that we reached this point on our first playthrough. So we're definitely ahead. But with that said, it's much more of a grind to get to this point. Like, or it feels much more like a grind, even though it is actually faster. Either way, we got our numbers exhausted. Determination. So we can continue. Again, don't want to fall. And we continue on to the bridge. I mean, I guess this will show us if you can get encounters here, because we would get the but nobody came. Seems like no. And here you might be able to, but only after you trigger the cutscene.
Human, this is your final and most dangerous challenge. Behold, the Gauntlet of Deadly Terror. When I say the word, it will fully activate. Cannons will fire, spikes will swing, blades will slice. Each part will swing violently up and down. Only the tiniest chance of victory will remain. Are you ready? Because I am about to do it.
Well, what's the holdup?
Hold up? What hold up? I'm about to activate it now.
That, doesn't look very activated.
Well, they're probably going to walk through it. And it won't be any fun at all.
So this human thing was a bust, huh?
Well, I mean, I'm excited to capture them, so I'll become a famous royal guardsman. But all the time I put into these puzzles, it's kind of like throwing a birthday party.
Without traps and fire?
Exactly! It's pointless! Maybe you were right to be lazy about puzzles.
Me? Right about something? Really?
Yeah! What am I saying? You're still completely wrong. I just have the wrong audience. Think about how much fun Undyne would have here. Flames, violence. It's right up her alley. So I won't waste this puzzle on you. I just have to appreciate the friend I already have. Phew. A valuable life lesson. Yeah.
Okay. Lock in for this dialogue, folks. Guess we didn't need your help to have a good time after all. Say, I've been thinking. Seems like you're gonna fight my brother pretty soon. Here's some friendly advice. If you keep going the way you are now, you're gonna have a bad time. And he's gone. Oof. Sans his aura farming. Hey, that music is definitely slowed down. Determination. But nobody came. There's a note here. Please don't hurt my family. You took 758 gold from behind the counter. Take. We can take some cinnamon buns. Huh. We can do that. Then I can take these. Okay, so that's why it wasn't doing it before, because didn't have room. Equip the tough glove. Equip the bandana. Put that in there. Did it put both in? No, it did not. That can go in here. We can take some cinnamon buns. There we go. Might as well, it's free. It's merely a decoy. Can't go up there. Nothing for you. Yo, everyone ran away and hid somewhere. Man, adults can be so dumb sometimes. Don't they know we've got Undyne to protect us? Hey, it's open. Sans' music still shines through. No answer. No ferryman yet. No ice wolf. All gone. They're trying to hide from me. How about the library? Ah, guess no one's home. Unfortunate, really. It's locked. I don't think it even gives you dialogue to interact with this. It's locked. It does. Can't get it, though. He won't give it to me. It's locked from the inside. You fully can abort Geno at any point here.
Halt, human. Hey, quit moving while I'm talking to you. I, the great Papyrus, have some things to say. First, you're a freaking weirdo. Not only do you not like puzzles, but the way you shamble about from place to place, the way your hands are always covered in dusty powder, it feels like your life is going down a very dangerous path. However, I, Papyrus, see great potential within you. Everyone can be a great person if they try. And me, I hardly have to try at all. Yeah.
Another step.
Hey, quit moving. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Human, I think you are in need of guidance. Someone needs to keep you on the straight and narrow. But worry not, I, Papyrus, will gladly be your friend and tutor. I will turn your life right around.
It's like slipping a little bit. The voice isn't getting as high as it usually does.
I see you are approaching. Are you offering a hug of acceptance? Wowee! My lessons are already working. I, Papyrus, welcome you with open arms.
And we start the battle. Papyrus is sparing you. He doesn't want to fight us. He already said he's done. We started the battle. And we end the battle. 10,000 damage.
Well, that's not what I expected. But still, I believe in you. You can do a little better, even if you don't think so. I promise.
And he turns to dust. And just like that, we're free to advance. One more number cut down. Hey, on the waterfall, though. Man, we're on great pace. Only an hour and a half in. It's strangely silent. Yo, are you sneaking out to see her too? Awesome. She's the coolest, right? I want to be just like her when I grow up. Hey, don't tell my parents I'm here. 18 left. There's a box here. It's only an echo flower down there, and they don't want to talk to me. No rocks either. Old tutu. Is it better? We currently have 7. 10, yes. So we will be wearing that. We can put this in the box. We can throw away things too if we run out of room. Not like we need the armor. No papyrus to report to her. Just silence. But if I move, then the same scene plays. And she fades away. Okay. Well, we keep going, of course. Yo, did you see the way she was staring at you? That was awesome. I'm so jealous. She was just standing there waiting forever. And then you just... Come on, let's go watch her beat up some bad guys. $18 left. The puzzle's already done for us. We don't need to do it. We don't need to waste time on silly things like that. It's time to fight Aaron. Also, did you notice that? Look at the next time we get an encounter, look at it. I forgot you have to do that. Education, hobby, talent. See, I'm not used to attacking, so I forget how all the weapons work, because they are different. This one you have to spam Z after you hit to do more damage. The other one, like the ballet shoes, you attack 4 times, I think. So, there are special things about each one. The quiche isn't solved, but the puzzle to proceed is, and not in the way you normally solve it. Normally, I think you go here and throw it up. But you can also do that, it just takes longer. No papyrus to talk to us. It's strangely silent. Did you see it? Washua shuffles up. That was not great. Scrub-a-dub-dubs. Ow. Washua is revolted at its own wounds. Awful. 52 XP and 25 gold. And it's already open. Honestly, I should probably like farm in here. No, because there are encounters up ahead. It's fine. I can probably farm in the lantern room. That's probably a good place to do it. We have our Undyne encounter though. dodge her spears. Same as before, you just kind of want to go top to bottom. Something like that, you might need to like dodge forward to back, but ow. She hurts, by the way. I think that was at 7 damage. So I have more health, but they're also hurting me more. I'm getting hit here. Bang. W. Into the tall grass where she will not see us. Oh, hey, Monster Kid. Notice how Monster Kid is completely unfazed. They're just too young to understand what's happening. And so it's leading these scenes to be the same, even though it shouldn't be. Yo, did you see that? Undyne just touched me. I'm never washing my face ever again. Man, are you unlucky. If you're standing just a little bit to the left. Yo, don't worry. I'm sure we'll see her again. I'm sure we will. 16 left. Strangely silent. Even if I make a noise, which typically changes what it says, still strangely silent. No Sans. Can't do that bit. He's not here. No Nice Cream Guy either. They must be hiding from me. Can't go here. The duck's on the other side. It's strangely silent. Go get the ballet shoes. Kind of difficult to attack with, but we'll figure it out. Do I have 8 items? I do. No, I have 7. Okay. I have some space still. I think there's a box next to Gerson's shop anyway, if we're gonna buy there. The smile. Mold small. That last one was bad. See, if you can hit all of them, then it's fantastic. That last one was a crit. Yeah, 6 XP. Yuck. I guess that's kind of the problem with waiting for these rooms, is that I'll get mold small, which is a waste. This is Onion San room, but there's no Onion San. They don't want to talk to me. Wonder why. Hey, Shiren. Not great. Still better than the other weapons, but yeah. I would prefer, like, although I'll get Burnt Pan. Burnt Pan is 4. So it's like the same as the ballet shoes, except they're 4. There's a piano here. Play it. What was it? Yep. Indeed. You can still do this. Do I really want to, though? I already have the dog. Kind of have to at that point. Dog absorbs the artifact. And I have my dog residue. Gerson's shop is until later, so I do kind of just have too much in my inventory, but it's fine. We don't need to put our umbrella on that. We don't need to grab one from here either. We like the rain. Also gives us a different scene than last time when we had the umbrella. Yo, you can't hold an umbrella either? If you're walking anyway, I guess I'll go with you. Let's go. Because they don't have arms. Yo, they can do it too. No way. Man, Undyne is so cool. She beats up bad guys and never loses. If I was a human, I would wet the bed every night, knowing that she was gonna beat me up. Yeah, I guess they mimic me, so if I do it, they would also do it. So, one time, we had a school project where we had to take care of a flower. The king, we had to call him Mr. Dreamer, volunteered to donate his own flowers. He ended up coming to school and teaching the class about responsibility and stuff. That got me thinking, yo, how cool would it be if Undyne came to school? She could beat up all the teachers. Maybe she wouldn't beat up the teachers. She's too cool to ever hurt an innocent person. You do move faster if you hold up and down in this room, though. Which is interesting. But that is a fact. Yo, this ledge is way too steep. Yo, you want to see Undyne, right? Climb on my shoulders. Ow. Yo, try being a little less rough. See, they don't say that in the normal route. This version of Frisk is a lot less caring. They did it on purpose, most likely. Anyway, I'll look for another way through. Later. Frisk tolerates them. They do not care. Or at least Geno Frisk, because obviously this isn't the normal Frisk. 13 left. Getting that number lower. Got another Undyne scene, though. Couple dots. Oh, hey, that's a lot more dots. Guess we gotta go. That ain't hitting nothing, Undyne, I gotta be honest. I don't think you go down there. I think you continue this way, yeah. And you gotta keep going down, much more than I think you do. Another dead end. As I said, and you gotta go left to end up going right. Definitely a bit of a maze. Oh, I got stuck. It's not this, in fact. Again, you gotta keep going down more than I think you do. There we go, though. Not even once. Easy enough. And we go back. And hey, Undyne. How are you doing? I can't imagine why you wouldn't like me, seeing as you're the royal guard and the protector of the monsters. I just couldn't imagine. Well, that's not very nice. And today we don't get the cutscene. Oh, no, we do. Okay. I thought we didn't, but we do. It sounds like it came from over here. Oh, you've fallen down, haven't you? Are you okay? Here, get up. Kara, huh? That's a nice name. My name is... So that's just a reminder of the Azrael cutscene, in case... Now that we've seen that in yesterday's ending.
15 left.
Okay. I do believe it is Mad Dummy time. Seems like a regular training dummy. Do you want to beat it up? Yeah. You punch the dummy at full force. Feels good. Oh, hey.
Fool! You think you can hurt me? I am a ghost that lives inside a dummy. My cousin used to live inside a dummy too, until you came along. Not only did your actions cause them to leave their home, but now all of their neighbors are gone too. Despicable, despicable, despicable. You're the worst person I've ever met. I've never been more mad. Gah, my mannequin levels are going off the charts.
Oh, hey, nice dummy.
This feeling. Eureka, eureka, eureka. Human. That moment of unbridled emotion. It allowed me to finally fuse with my body. I'm fully corporeal now. My lifelong dream realized. In return, I guess I won't stomp you. How's that sound?
Glad dummy lets you go. Zero XP and 0 gold. The only world... 12 left. The only world where he gets to truly fuse. And we take it away from him immediately. Doesn't seem like anyone's home. No one's there. It's locked. Snails are all gone too.
So you came here. What a treat.
Gotta try to differentiate him from Papyrus, because Papyrus kind of slipped into him.
Really? You want to chat? Long ago, Asgore and I agreed that escaping would be pointless. Since once we left, humans would just kill us. I felt a little betrayed when he eventually changed his mind. But now, I think maybe he was right too. 'Cause after all, even though we never escaped, a human's killing us anyway. Ain't that right? I've lived too long to be afraid of something like you.
Notice he says something, not someone.
Try it, kiddo. I know you can't hear. Well, knowledge like that is the only reason I've survived so long. Fight you? Nah, I'm not a hero. Never was. And besides, these old bones aren't fit for fighting anywho. One attack from you, and then well, at least by talking to you, I've bought enough time for some of them to escape. I'm not a hero, but I know there's someone out there. Someone who will never give up trying to do the right thing, no matter what. There's no prophecy or legend about anyone like that. It's just something I know is true. That someone like that will strike you down. Don't expect a discount.
These aren't really useful. We do kind of want these, though. We do kind of want these.
Good riddance.
We definitely have to put this in. I think we kind of have to get rid of the monster candy, but... I can just eat it. This is fair. I wish I could... Yeah, I can do this. I can eat the candy. Is there room in the box? Yes, so I can buy those two.
Here we are.
By the way, just another awesome Gerson moment. I love that he knows the rules of the world, that he knows you can't attack him when he's a shopkeeper. You get an encounter. Uh-oh. Special enemy Temmie appears here to defeat you. That didn't go very well. 94 to our next level. I believe 12 left. Another one. Mold small. Gardens, you missed a lot. It's only been, what, just under 2 hours, but we're in Waterfall. I guess you get to see this area of the game, even if you won't see much. You could definitely watch back the VOD, but let's just, but nobody came. Fair. Washua and Aaron appear. Nice. This might be like 9 left. Might be less than that. Not quite a one-shot. Yeah, if you didn't get a chance, Gardens, I would say definitely watch back yesterday's stream if you haven't. If you want, you can definitely. Your love increased. Most of them just die. Generally, they just kind of die. This is the wrong way. I can go to Temmie Village, though. But, yeah. All the cutscenes and stuff are very different for the most part. Like, it is definitely an interesting watch back if you want to. But, come on. That's like 1 HP. I critted on 2 of them. I have a while. I'm calling Toriel again. Gulp. 300 till my next level up. Fair. Slowed Temmie Village dialogue.
5 left.
Okay. Oi, welcome to the Tem Shop. Are you just unchanged? That's awesome. She does not care. Feeling of being watched. So we got 5 left. Yeah, I can try to not spoil. I haven't really avoided talking about what happened yesterday, so if you do want to watch back yesterday before watching the beginning of this one, that's fine. I won't talk as much about yesterday through the rest of this stream, but yeah. Yeah, and yesterday, I mean, I don't know exactly how long it was till we got the actual ending, but there's a lot of time that the actual stream is a lot longer than, like, the actual gameplay, technically. Yeah, you definitely want to watch both. And yesterday's is better content. As I have said several times, this route is built to be boring and less enjoyable to play. Very intentionally so. But yeah, we're in Waterfall. So far we have killed Toriel and Papyrus. That was a triple crit, no way. And before we took out Papyrus, the scenes with Sans and Papyrus especially are incredibly different. And before we entered Snowden Town, we ran into Sans, and he said, "Hey, I've been thinking. It seems you're gonna fight my brother soon. And I just want to say, If you keep going down the route you are going, you're gonna have a bad time. And then he teleported away. So, we got that info. This is fine. Right. I might want to just... Well, yeah, we killed him. Of course. I think I kind of want to farm. I don't... Because I know it triggers earlier, and I don't want to go too far. There's a lantern here I can hit. So I'm going to go back to the mushroom room and farm. We're probably at like 4 left. 3 left. Watch one, Aaron. Come on in. The water's fine. I don't think this gets us there. But I haven't counted super well. This will be the first time you've seen this, since you didn't see the first 2 areas, obviously. I'm just gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this. Okay. That was enough. All gone. Nobody left. That means we're gonna get spammed as we go through this room, though. So that's a little unlucky. Also, if you notice above us, when we get encounters, it's not an exclamation point. That's a dead end. I can go this way. I don't know which path I'm supposed to take, but I'll figure it out. I think it's up. Well, you can't see it because the lights are off. But nobody came. I'm getting fooled. It's up. It's right. Hit that. There you go. Yeah, when we get encounters, just from here through the end of the game, it's not an exclamation point. It's a smiley. It's a smiley face. Behind you. That's the only echo flower that works. Okay, yeah, this isn't the end yet. I don't... well... No, I don't think it is. 7. 7 human souls. With the power of 7 human souls, our king, King Asgore Dreamer, will become a god. With that power, Asgore can finally shatter the barrier. He finally will take the surface back from humanity and give them back the suffering and pain that we have endured. So, by the way, this is the same cutscene as is in the normal route. Understand, human? This is your only chance at redemption. Give up your soul. I think this is new. Or I'll tear it from your body. I think that line is different. But I think that there's a chance that might be the same if you have killed anyone in a neutral route. I'm not sure that that's Geno exclusive, but it's different from Pacifist, those last 3 lines. Undyne, I'll help you fight. Yo, you did it. Undyne is right in front of you. You've got front row seats to her fight. Wait, who's she fighting? Hey, you aren't going to tell my parents about this, are you? Yep, that's the same cutscene. The rest of that is the same as the neutral route. It's strangely silent. There's a save point here. There usually isn't. Determination. Yo. Yo, Undyne told me to stay away from you. He said you hurt a lot of people. This is different. This scene happens, but not like this. But, yo, that's not true, right? Yo, why won't you answer me? And what's with that weird expression? Oh, oh man. Man, my heart's pounding right out of my chest. What would Undyne do? Unintentionally. We have killed at least like 50 monsters at this point. Undyne took dead bodies and accidentally revived them and then combined them together. Yo. You'd better stop right where you are. Because if you want to hurt anyone else, you're gonna have to get through me first. And in my way. I have the ballet shoes for this. That's rough. Undyne, you're hurt. Hurt? It's nothing. Next time, listen when I tell you to leave, okay? Undyne, I'll take care of this. Get out of here. It's nothing. No, somehow, with just one hit, I'm already... damn it. Pyrus, Alphys, Asgore. Just like that, I've failed you. No. My body, it feels like it's splitting apart. Like in any instant, I'll scatter into a million pieces. But deep in my soul, there's a burning feeling I can't describe. A burning feeling that won't let me die. This isn't just about monsters anymore, is it? If you get past me, you'll destroy them all, won't you? Monsters, humans, everyone. Everyone's hopes, everyone's dreams, vanquished in an instant. But I won't let you do that. Right now, everyone in the world, I can feel their hearts beating as one. And we all have one goal: to defeat you. Human, no, whatever you are. For the sake of the whole world, I, Undyne, will strike you down. You're gonna have to try a little harder than that. The heroine appears. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, by the way, obviously, this whole sequence is Geno exclusive. And in a normal route, the battle wouldn't have started yet. That's why that save point was there when it usually isn't. Because it usually doesn't start for longer than that. Usually you and Monster Kid talk there, and then some things happen, and then the Monster Kid kind of pushes her away from you again. And then it takes a while longer before the fight starts. But instead there, you start a fight with the Monster Kid. You swing to kill them. She blocks the hit, pretty much dies. and then revives herself. And I now have a counter. Undertale has 2 hard fights. Welcome to number 1. Oh boy. By the way, also Garden, since you missed the start of the stream, just to catch you up, how she called us not human there. She said human, no, whatever you are. Let me add a line here. Just for spacing. There we go. You know how after Ruins we talked to Flowey? When we did that again, he had dialogue acknowledging the fact that we aren't... First of all, he said, you aren't human. Then he acknowledged the fact that we were Kara, as in the first fallen child. And then he said he has a plan to make us stronger than Kara or their stolen soul. Then when we got to Sans, he several times said, continue pretending to be human. So, there you go. Alright. Undyne the Undying. Decent damage. I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm going to be very surprised if I first try it, but hey. We're going to find out. I probably should have got more healing. We don't have yellow yet. I'm going to get cooked so hard by yellow. You don't get it. Bad. Oh boy. Ow, she hurts so much also. God. Awful. We also killed a snowman. You ate the snowman piece. Your HP was maxed out. I moved into that. I haven't had practice with these attacks in a while either. Okay. The wind is howling. She has no mid-fight dialogue either. See, it tricks you, because usually, or at least early on in the fight, the one that's red is the next one that's going to hit you. But starting there, and it does it the normal fight, but not as bad. It tricks you, because there's an arrow that's red, but then there's one that's still blue that hits you first. I was too quick. It's really risky to not heal. I say as I don't heal. Oh boy, I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. There are yellow arrows, it might be over. Shouldn't have got clipped by that. Okay, and we're green. I don't like... See the yellow arrows, just in case you couldn't tell? They come from one direction, and then they switch and hit you from the other direction. And my brain just gets fried by that. I just can't compute keeping in mind, okay, that one was on the left, it's going to hit on the right, and then once they all start switching, I can't track that. It doesn't work for me. So that's why I'm really bad at that. Like, oh god. I've eaten all of the snowman. The other thing about these fights that makes them harder is that, like, a pacifist final boss or whatever, or even just most of the fights, other than Asgore, the thing is, it's like a certain number of turns that you can spare, you can heal. No matter what you do, you're advancing the fight. This fight only ends when you deplete her health bar. And so if you spend a turn healing, the battle becomes 1 turn longer. Why did I not dodge that? Hello? Am I okay? See, those are simpler. Those are easy enough. There's gonna be one that comes flying in. I lied. I missed that one. Okay. We're gonna take a heal. I should have had better healing too. See, like, mess. I might just die on this because it goes so long. I have to eat the pie. I'm dodging straight into that. What am I doing? Bad attack too. I almost forgot the order. That could have been bad. I should have got a better hit there. I don't think I kill. I'm not risking it. Oh. That was a good hit. Oh, come on, man. Bang! First try. Damn it. So even that power, it wasn't enough. If you think I'm gonna give up hope, you're wrong. 'Cause I've got my friends behind me. Elphys told me that she would watch me fight you. And if anything went wrong, she would evacuate everyone. By now, she's called Asgore and told him to absorb the 6 human souls. And with that power, this world will live on. And I leveled up to level 12. I have no items left. God. That's crazy. Well, I can hide that for now. So, my first playthrough, that took me 10 attempts. I counted. So, by the way, this is where her fight normally starts. Normally, you come here, and she's up on the top, and gives a little spiel, and then jumps down, and the fight starts. And then how the fight normally works is that you'll be green for 3 or 4, or like 5 attacks. Then she'll turn you red, you flee, and you run up this way. And then she'll chase you, catch you, and you repeat the same thing. Green for 4 or 5 attacks, she turns you red, you flee, run up this way, she'll catch you, etc. And the sign has stopped. Welcome to Hotland. And then this is where the fight ends. That you get out here, run to here, and then she, because her armor is too hot in Hotland, she collapses right there. And then usually you give her water, but that's up to you if you don't. And then you walk away, and you're done with the fight. And you're in Hotland. 40 left. Big number. The ferryman does not care. Yeah, I'm very impressed by that. I mean, to be fair, she had the one yellow tack that was really bad. Outside of that, they were really telegraphed in a way that I responded to it well. Because it was very patterned, that it would be a normal on the left and a yellow on the left. So I knew I had to go left, right, you know? Or it would be a normal on top, a yellow on the bottom. So then I would just have to stay up and block both. So it was very patterned outside of the one attack she spammed. Then the red soul attacks I kind of struggled with, especially that one, but I had enough healing, even though my inventory wasn't even full with heals. The snowman pieces really helped, because they were a big heal. And I'm not reading all of the flavor text, because most of it is the same. But this is different. Again, normally we talk to Alphys here, and then Metaton eventually bursts out of the wall, but he has already done so. Oh, there you are. You ugly little creature. You've made quite a name for yourself. Such infamy. I'm impressed. Oh, yes. If you're looking for Alphys, she's not here. While you were busy doing your thing, she was running around, evacuating people to safety. Now they're in a place where you'll never get to them. Deciding not to fight you. My, she really is the only smart one, isn't she? Oh, how sassy. You're just itching to get your hands on me, aren't you? Well, TOOBAD. This world needs stars more than it needs corpses. Doodles. It's just here to complete the look. I don't think there's going to be anything different about up here, so we're not going to interact with anything. Yeah, no. It's me, Kara. That's the same as the mirror dialogue. We do our shuffle. So we need to get 40. Vulcan strolls in. Not if I can do anything about it. That HP bar depleted so unbelievably fast. I need to get to the resort, and I hope I can buy heals there. Otherwise, I'll have to go back to Waterfall. I've used kind of all my OP heals, though, which is worrying, to say the least. But hey, that's a later issue. 39 left. I thought about also putting a counter for that, but that would be a pain to update, and the game gives us save points pretty often anyway. A better hit I could have killed there. Ow. I will say, though, Gardens, like, that's crazy. But also, even though most monsters die pretty quick, they also do deal a lot of damage. Like, I have scaled to have a lot more health, obviously, but they also do more damage as a response. Okay. Burnt Pan is tough to use because the ballet shoes are 3 attacks. With the Burnt Pan, I have to do 4. So, I have to keep spamming. 38 left. These are already deactivated. This music is also different and very cool. I think the puzzle's already done, isn't it? Yeah. Normally you have to go to the right and left and do different puzzles, but nope. We're just gonna continue. You're here. So that means Undyne. She's like Undyne. We'll avenge you. By the way, this guy's just Shaggy. Note the like. Royal Guard attacks. Oh. Oh, one. You. Bro got smited. That was crazy. 02 is clenching and unclenching his fists. That was a bad attack again, but smited from the heavens. 220 EXP. No cooking show. Looks like a nice day outside, though. $36 left. Please select a location. I could skip. I could go, like, anywhere. So I can go left floor 2. Left floor 3 is typically where Muffet is. But we'll go there later. Oh. Never mind. And I think right floor 2 is the same. It just doesn't let me. I think this might be an annoying grind, I think. But, yeah. We'll see. We'll see how well it feeds me, the encounters. Because Waterfall went by pretty well. I'm not paying for anything. This is my money. You can't have it. Also, in case it wasn't clear, Gardens, Undyne is the first boss fight we've actually had to do. Both Toriel and Papyrus, we just one-shot.
Did you hear what she said? They said a human wearing a striped shirt will come through. I heard that they hate spiders. I heard that they hate everybody.
That's different dialogue.
I heard that they like to tear their legs off. I heard that they have some awful taste. What a shame. A human comes through and they ain't even fit to be eaten.
Again, talking about how corrupt we are.
Oh well, rotten ingredients can always be discarded.
Oh boy, I'm excited for this fight. Hey, 300 XP! Nice! God, it's so sad. That is rough. Oof. Well, we continue on. That still looks the same. Right, floor 3. We got that elevator now. See, but I can't continue into core. So I do actually just have to grind. Yeah. Which is annoying. Unless... Are they combined? Aren't they? I want to make sure, because I think they are. Yeah. Hotland and core are combined. So we can continue on into core. We're good. So we're done with Hotland. That's it. Also, no Sans dialogue today. What about these two? But, like, nobody came and stuff. Steal. Stole 5G from the till. That's it. That's all they had. Read. Hey, this is Bratty. Hey, this is Catty. if you're reading this, then, like, bad news, you mega evil weirdo. Alphys just came here, and she's taking us someplace super duper safe. But first, we gotta use out these gel pens. Yeah, chill, Alphys. We don't want to waste pens. And don't even think about stealing our stuff. Yeah, creep. Leave our junk alone. Caddy, it's not junk. It's really valuable. Yeah, our garbage is really valuable. Anyway, in closing, you're a total loser. Yeah, loser. Yeah. Signed, Bratty. Signed, Caddy. That's not great. I don't know if those are better. I probably should equip Empty Gun. Because I would guess that you can do more damage with the I guess I probably shouldn't have got the mystery key because we're not going to use it. Just gonna use the bandage and drop the stick. 35 left. He has good stuff. Oh. Why do I always get the freaks? Evacuation. Nothing else to do. Evacuation? You're yanking my chain, little weirdo. So what if everybody else left work? So what if nobody's buying anything? Par for the course, little weirdo. Par for the course. Well, Metaton didn't tell me I had to work, I guess. But that's the thing. Sometimes he doesn't even call me into work until halfway into my shift. If I don't play it safe, he's going to yell at me. Okay, maybe yell is the wrong term. It's more like he has this CD album he plays that's entirely full of songs about how bad I am at my job. Huh? Everyone else is dead? Does that mean I don't have to work today? God, that it were true, little weirdo. That it were true. Sorry, little weirdo. That won't work on me. I can't go to hell. I'm all out of vacation days. I'll buy from you. This is good. Okay. That was good. That was good purchasing. We'll want to come back. We will probably want to come back. But for now, we can continue. Core time. $35 left. And I just have to grind. Because what I just did is skip all of the core, but I still need to kill all those enemies, so... Astigmatism draws near. Okay. So it's just faster. I feel like Burnt Pan is better. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So this does do more damage, it's just harder to hit. Fair enough. And we keep going, because we got like 34 more. Oh, it's actually give them to us quickly here. Fair enough. Yeah, like that is rough. Rub it, rub it. I'm feeling like this might be a one stream, but we gotta see. Because we're not there yet. Ow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do better with the burn pan. I still have enough health, I can stay here. Comes a lot in astigmatism. Yeah, see, I hit harder because I can hit the spots better. The empty gun is better if you actually hit your spots, but it's hard because it's so fast. That was still more damage. Ow. $240 XP. Love 13 is all. Well, we got a ways to go. I'm gonna go heal. Can check on our number as well. 28 left. So we still got a ways. Mercenaries emerge from the shadows. Triple crit, not enough. Farewell. Ow. You know, you kind of hurt. No way. How did I get cooked that bad on that attack? Also, how did I dodge that? But, you know, that's separate. Abracadabra. No way. Just fill the field with as many bullets as possible. Should be at 26. Yeah, we got a while to go here. It's giving us encounters fairly fast, though. It could be way more mean about this. That was a bad attack. Probably should have killed, but it's fine. We ball. Already dead. Yep. 24, and we're love 14. Bang. We're also coming up on probably my favorite part of the route, I guess in two ways. The most well-known part of the route, and the part that kind of is what pushed me into wanting to stream this. Which are two separate things. The music isn't quite as vibey as it typically is. This is also annoying because I'm gonna still have 21 after this. I'm just now to an odd number. Should kill still. Yeah. So 21. Final Frogget and Astigmatism. I just missed that last one entirely. I didn't one-shot, that's kind of sad. We also didn't run into Final Frogget on my first playthrough, or Whimsalot. So. Hey, we're getting to see them now for a short period of time. Bang. 19, I do believe. Whimsalot and Astigmatism. Bad, but enough. What a nightmare. I believe we're at 17, so this will take us to 14. I don't want to be low. Low is going to be problematic. I can take you out, though, hopefully. That might not. Oof, it is. And I'm going to heal after this one. I don't need to, but might as well. Be safe. Bang. Okay, so we should be at 14. Yep, I can count. Huge. Love to see it. $13. $12. How far am I? 330. So my next one might level me up depending on who it is. We're at 12. Love 14. So we're almost 15. Oh yeah, this will level me up. 11. Ow. 10. One HP. 9. And we're love 15. Probably 4 or 5 more battles. And 5 is if they're really mean about it. Well, 5 is kind of what I expect, actually. Because if I get another 3, it can be 4. Anyway, 8. But if I get 2s, then it'll have to be 4 more after this one. 7, and I will go save to heal. 7 left. This is also our money farm. Gonna need that. We'll get our encounter, I believe. There we go. Yeah, another 2. Should kill. 6. Gotta keep moving to avoid this one. Yo, bro's affected by gravity. That's crazy. That might not kill. Okay, it does. 5. The countdown. The most grueling part. They just make you sit here and farm so many. And by the way, Garden, since you weren't here for the beginning, I'm doing this because monster encounters happen based on your number of steps. And because I am doing this, it counts as walking. And so my step counter is going up right now. Three crits, almost 4. 180. Anyway, 4 left. I'm gonna get hit by this. Yep. Only 1 crit. That's still enough. 3. Oh, we get close to leveling up. Not really. 2250. So we won't get there from these. The music is still a vibe. We're still enjoying it. We have nothing else, but we are still enjoying it. I might have to leave to reset the encounter. I'm probably close though, yeah. I'll leave after this one. And we'll only be down to one more. Right now it's 2. Can we one-shot you? Yes, we can! Alright, we're gonna leave to reset the encounter, and we'll go. Should be one more. So it'll probably just give us a magic, unless it's gonna give us a multiple, but we only need one to get enough. Might take a while anyway, just because last one, and it does get longer each time. So, we'll see though. There we go. Oh, we still got 2. We get one for the road. We get a bonus. That's enough. But there's still one in front of me, and I don't like that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of him. Okay. Let me go back to the front. Determination. We have enough. But we're gonna go back out. Make sure our loadout is good. Ooh, I do kinda... Yeah, because I didn't... That's kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to backtrack anyway. I probably just want this loadout. So I'm gonna just go ahead and equip that. Well, I can get rid of you because I already have one. So then you can go in there. And then can get rid of you because you don't really matter. And you're free if I wanted another one later. I'm doing inventory management. Okay. I might have to drop one of those, but that's okay. Alright. Well, we've met our requirements. That means there's one more room left to go in. Do we remember what was in this room in our playthrough yesterday? The end of Core, this is where we got to fight Metaton. Well, he was antagonizing us earlier. My. So you've finally arrived. After our first meeting, I realized something ghastly. You're not just a threat to monsters, but humanity as well. Oh my, that's an issue. You see, I can't be a star without an audience. And besides, there are some people I want to protect. Ah, ha. Eager as always, eh? But don't touch that dial. What'd you say? There's something you haven't accounted for. As any true fan would know, I was first created as a human eradication robot. It was only after becoming a star that I was given a more photogenic body. However, those original functions have never been fully removed. come any closer, and I'll be forced to show you my true form. Frisk does not care. They are unfazed. They are walking forward without a care in the world. Okay. Fine, then. Ready? It's showtime. Mettaton Neo blocks the way. Ooh, boy, this guy looks tough. I mean, just like Undyne, he leveled up. I mean, this is definitely going to be a much harder battle, right? Like, oof, okay. I need to make sure I'm ready for this. Might need to bring the attempts counter back, you know, just... Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see how much damage we do. Oh, okay. 950,000 damage. Guess you don't want to join my fan club? And he's gone. Well, that was pretty easy. And we're done with core. Hey, long elevator time. It's just as long as I remember. Gardens or anyone else who is in chat, do we remember New Home yesterday? And how it was very sad and probably like one of the biggest emotional moments of the game. You had the music, you had the mirror text, you had the monsters telling you the story of Azrael. Well, we're back there again. But that's not the story we need. And we have slower music. And so if that's not the story we need, then shouldn't we hear from somebody else? No text, no determination, no nothing. This is what made me want to stream this route. Right here. I haven't seen exactly what it says in so long, because I've not seen a complete Geno route, but just everything about this is why I wanted to stream this. It's a golden flower. There's a heart-shaped locket inside the box. Will you take it? You're carrying too much. I should. Knife inside the box. Will you take it? You're carrying too much. Yeah. I should put them in my box. Well, that's kind of an issue. I can't. Well, I don't need them. I'm not going to use them. It's okay. We're okay. Everyone lock in here. Room under renovations. Howdy, Kara. You finally made it home. Remember when we used to play here? Boy, today's gonna be just as fun. You took the key and put it on your phone's keychain. What's the mirror text say? I have forgotten. It's me, Kara. Okay, it's the same. In this route, it doesn't change. But we get another Flowey dialogue. I remember when I first woke up here, in the garden. I was so scared. I couldn't feel my arms or legs. My entire body had turned into a flower. Mom, Dad, somebody help me, I called out. Notice in the neutral route boss fight against Flowey, he says, like, he mimics us, he mocks us, and says, call for help, and says this. And then he laughs and says, nobody will come to help you. But nobody came. Do you see the flip there? The coals are still warm. Nothing useful. I need to interact with more things. Seems like gardening tools. I had to go back to their room. Dusty toys. His bed. My bed. I love this. If you remember from the Pacifist route, this is the family photograph. And even Kara has nothing to say about it. Our clothes. So his bed, my bed, our clothes. My drawing. I can interact with stuff in Asgore's room, I'm sure, too. I should do that. It's just a chair. The entries are always the same. It's a trophy. #1 nose nuzzling champs, 98. Still has that sweater. Nothing useful. It's a king-size bed. And the music is just those notes. That's all we're getting. We aren't getting the full explosion and like moment that was Undertale from the original game. It's golden flower. It's a great reading chair, but it doesn't seem like anybody uses it. Eventually, the king found me, crying in the garden. I explained what had happened to him. Then he held me, Kara. He held me with tears in his eyes, saying, there, everything is going to be all right. He was so emotional. But for some reason, I didn't feel anything at all. No chocolate. There is some white fur stuck in the drain. I've read this already. Stovetop. It's a trash can. It's full of crumpled up recipes for butterscotch pie. You took the key and put it on your phone's keychain. Just the no chocolate. Go save. I unlocked the chain. In Kara text. The date I came here. That was the one that was an old calendar from the 2010s. From the beginning of some year in the 2010s. I soon realized I didn't feel anything about anyone. My compassion had disappeared. And believe me, it's not like I wasn't trying. I wasted weeks with that stupid king, vainly hoping I would feel something. But it became too much for me. I ran away from home. Eventually, I reached the ruins. Inside, I found her, Kara. I thought, of all people, she could make me feel whole again. She failed. I realized those two were useless. I became despondent. I just wanted to love someone. I just wanted to care about someone. Kara, you might not believe this, but I decided it wasn't worth living anymore. Not in a world without love. Also, by the way, notice I'm level 19. When I finished grinding in core, I was level 15. But I'm 19 now. Not in a world without love. Not in a world without you. So, I decided to follow in your footsteps. I would erase myself from existence. And you know what? I succeeded. But as I left this mortal coil, I started to feel apprehensive. If you don't have a soul, what happens when you... Something primal started to burn inside me. No, I thought, I don't want to die. Then, I woke up. Like it was all just a bad dream. I was back at the garden. Back at my save point. Interested, I decided to experiment. Again and again, I brought myself to the edge of death. At any point, I could have let this world continue on without me. But as long as I was determined to live, I could go back. Amazing, isn't it, Kara? I was amazed too. At first, I used my powers for good. I became friends with everyone. I solved all their problems flawlessly. Their companionship was amusing. For a while. As time repeated, people proved themselves predictable. What would this person say if I gave them this? What would they do if I said this to them? Once you know the answer, that's it. That's all they are. It all started because I was curious. Curious what would happen if I killed them. I don't like this, I told myself. I'm just doing this because I have to know what happens. What an excuse. You of all people must know how liberating it is to act this way. At least we're better than those sickos that stand around and watch it happen. Gulp Gardens. Those pathetic people that want to see it, but are too weak to do it themselves. I bet someone like that's watching right now, aren't they? Huh. Nowadays, even that's grown tiring. You understand, Kara. I've done everything this world has to offer. I've read every book, I've burned every book, I've won every game, I've lost every game, I've appeased everyone, I've killed everyone. Sets of numbers, lines of dialogue, I've seen them all. But you're different. I never could predict you, Kara. When I saw you in the ruins, I didn't recognize you. I thought I could frighten you, then steal your soul. I failed. And when I tried to load my save file, it didn't work. Kara, your determination. Somehow, it's even greater than mine. I just have one question for you, Kara. How did you get back to the ruins from here? Wait, I know. She must have taken you when she left and decided to give you a proper burial rather than hanging out in the basement forever. But why then? What made you wake up? Did you hear me calling you? It doesn't matter now. I'm so tired of this, Kara. I'm tired of all these people. I'm tired of all these places. I'm tired of being a flower. Kara, there's just one thing left I want to do. Let's finish what we started. Let's free everyone. Then, let's let them see what humanity is really like. That despite it all, this world is still kill or be killed.
then? Well, I had been entertaining a few ways to use that power. But seeing you here changed my mind. Kara, I think if you're around, just living in the surface world doesn't seem so bad. We don't even need to leave to get them this time. The king has 6 of them locked away. I've tried hundreds of ways to get him to show me them, but he just won't. Kara, I know he'll do it for you. Why am I telling you all of this? Kara, I said it before. Even after all this time, you're still the only one that understands me. You won't give me any worthless pity. Creatures like us wouldn't hesitate to kill each other if we got in each other's way. So that's why. What's this feeling? Why am I shaking? Hey, Kara, no hard feelings about back then, right? Hey, what are you doing? Back off! I've changed my mind about all this. This isn't a good idea anymore. You should go back, Kara. This place is fine the way it is. Stop making that creepy face. This isn't funny. You've got a sick sense of humor.
Isn't that an awesome scene? I love all that dialogue. It recontextualizes the entire game, and it adds so much characterization to Flowey. It explains pretty much why he has acted the way he has in every single route, and why the main character has acted the way they have in every single route. Because no matter how you're playing, Kara takes control of, and I'm not saying the main character's name just because I know Gardens hasn't watched the ending from yesterday. I may have said it earlier while he was here. I don't care. Either way. But, no matter what, Kara is in control until when you do the pacifist ending, then that control is given up. Otherwise, they hold on to it, or when you do Geno, they take over. And it's so interesting. But anyway, chat, do we recognize this corridor? Do we remember what was here? Who was judging us? And who earlier in the route told us if we continued what we were doing, we were going to have a bad time? Why don't I just keep walking? Hey, you've been busy, huh? So, I've got a question for you. Do you think even the worst person can change? That everybody can be a good person if they just try? Alright. Well, here's a better question. Do you want to have a bad time? Because if you take another step forward, you're really not going to like what happens next. Well, sorry, old lady. This is why I never make promises. It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing. Flowers are blooming. On days like these, kids like you should be burning in hell. Undertale. I forgot. Bad start. Huh. Always wondered why people never use their strongest attack first. Terrible start. Generationally bad start. I mean, you kind of have to, though. Because you kind of have to remember how this works. You need to remember what his attack is. What? You think I'm just going to stand here and take it? Ah, bad jump, bad jump. This first run is GG's, but this is our test run. Our reports showed a massive anomaly in the time-space continuum. Timelines jumping left and right, stopping and starting. Ah, bad. Unlucky. I gotta have this up so I can do that. That's the wrong one. There we go. You cannot give up just yet. Kara, stay determined. We go again. We go again. Was not gonna first try this one. See, this is why I feel like this still could be a long stream. It's very possible it will be. Because, oh boy. Hey, you look frustrated about something. Guess I'm pretty good at my job, huh? It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing. Ah, still not good. Better, not good. Anyway, as I was saying, it's a nice day out. Why not relax and take a load off? You feel like you're going to have a bad time. What? You think I'm just going to stand there and take it? And it's in your best interest to go as fast as possible because of how his damage works. Also, later, he can attack you in the menu. We read this dialogue. Okay. Until suddenly, everything ends. Ah. I gotta get back into it. You gotta get a feel for it. That's your fault, isn't it? Oh, I almost just jumped off. Okay. You felt your sins crawling on your back. I skipped that. You can't understand how this feels. Oof, okay. Sand movements grow a little warier. Knowing that one day, without any warning, it's all gonna be reset. Clipped that for Y. I'm probably good, yeah. Look, I gave up trying to go back a long time ago.
Wait, look. He said the thing again.
Goodbye there, just jump. Awesome. I should heal. And getting to the surface doesn't really appeal to me anymore either. Yeah. I'm gonna heal. Sands and movement seems slower. I'll eat the steak. Ah, clipped. And jump. See, the thing is, like I said before, taking a turn to heal stops you from progressing the fight. So it just makes it longer. Because even if we do, we'll just end up right back here without any memory of it, right? This is a speed check. And also precision. Yeah, I'll jump through them. To be blunt, It makes it kind of hard to give it my all. There we go. Got through. Or is it that just a poor excuse for being lazy? Hell if I know. Whoa, tall jump. Sand movements seem to be slower. All I know is seeing what comes next. I can't afford not to care anymore. Oh, why did I go down? Okay, we're good. Sand movements seem to be slower. Ugh. That being said, you really like swinging that thing around, huh? Listen, I know you didn't answer me before, but somewhere in there, I can feel it. There's a glimmer of a good person inside you. The memory of someone who once wanted to do the right thing. Someone who, in another time, might have even been a friend? Come on, buddy. Do you remember me? Please, if you're listening, let's forget all this, okay? Just lay down your weapon and, well, my job will be a lot easier. I think this is a heal turn. I can heal. Yeah, we're good. Sans is sparing you. By the way, we're not going to do it because I'm like halfway through this fight and I'm going. However, if you choose to spare him, he insta-kills you. He says get dunked on and murders you, like, guaranteed. It's really funny. But we're not going to do that. Well, it was worth a shot. Guess you like doing things the hard way, huh? No way I'm getting hit. Same thing twice in a row is crazy. Felt like a turning point. See, here also it gets difficult because if you look, there's a bone there. And they only get more and more. And so from now on, he can hurt me in the menu. So that's also why it's really big to be fast. Sounds strange, but before all this, I was secretly hoping we could be friends. I always thought the anomaly was doing this because they were unhappy. And when they got what they wanted, they would stop all this. Which, by the way, I think he's also probably talking about Flowey when he talks about the anomaly. Because both him and us did it. That wasn't great. Took a bit of damage, but it's fine. And maybe all they needed was, I don't know, some good food, some bad laughs, some nice friends. Whoa. Whoa. Getting clipped is rough. I didn't have time to think, I saw the bones. But that's ridiculous, right? Yeah, you're the type of person who won't ever be happy. These are the short ones. You have some more time to react to this. I didn't dodge the bones well enough. You'll keep consuming timelines over and over until, well, hey, take it from me, kid. Someday, you gotta learn when to quit. Again, sans the creature that you are. He's being faster about it. Ugh. I'm taking damage on the menu. It's bad. And that day's today. This could be problem. I'm kind of cornered. I'm quite cornered, but it's okay. Bang. Still taking damage in the menu. Because, you see, all this fighting is really tiring me out. I'm bad at this and I hate it. I gotta take a heal turn, I think. You eat the legendary hero. Attack increased by 4. You recovered 40 HP. I got off center. Okay, I'm just throwing now. I'm just throwing big time now. Well, I can get a heal off. I'm just adding turns, though, and it gets, like, harder when you add turns. Bad, bad, bad. And if you keep pushing me, then I'll be forced to use my special attack. Okay, that blink was unfair, I would argue. I'm just throwing. He can't kill you in the menu, though. Man. Man. I'm getting killed by the blinks. I gotta do well here. Thank God. Still menu damage, but it's fine. Yeah, my special attack. Sound familiar? Well, get ready, because after the next move, I'm gonna use it. So, if you don't want to see it, now would be a good time to die. Man, taking damage again. Getting ready to use his special attack. Well, here goes nothing. Are you ready? Survive this, and I'll show you my special attack. Ah, bad. Oh. Let's go. First real attempt. Like, it was second try. However, I just forgot what the first move was, and I lost all of my HP on my first attempt. And so I kind of sacked it and didn't heal. That was my first real attempt where I got past the first one. And I threw really hard in the second half, but I am still so locked in. That is the hardest fight in this game. That takes people hours to beat. It took me 25 tries my first attempt. That's the hardest in this game. It's probably the hardest in the franchise. Deltarune has hard fights. I don't think any harder than that. But... And we'll leave that up on screen now. Maybe this won't be a long stream after all. Puff. Puff. Alright, that's it. It's time for my special attack. Are you ready? Here goes nothing. Whoa, he wasn't lying. Yep. That's right. It's literally nothing. And it's not gonna be anything, either. You get it? I know I can't beat you. One of your turns. You're just gonna kill me. So, I've decided it's not gonna be your turn. Ever. I'm just gonna keep having my turn until you give up. Even if it means we have to stand here until the end of time. Capiche? By the way, remember how every monster we've killed has just turned to dust? You'll get bored here. If you haven't gotten bored already, I mean. And then, you'll finally quit. How they've just kind of disappeared and turned to dust. Yeah, just keep that in mind. I'm actually shocked. I know your type. You're, very determined, aren't you? You'll never give up, even if there's, absolutely no benefit to persevering whatsoever. If I can make that clear, no matter what, you'll just keep going. Not out of any desire for good or evil, but just because you think you can. And because you can, you have to. Oh yeah, if I move to an edge, specifically the left edge, his eye does the thing and he teleports me back to the middle. But now you've reached the end. There's nothing left for you now. So, in my personal opinion, the most determined thing you can do here is to completely give up and do literally anything else. Also, that was Megalovania, which is a meme and well-known song. It has the same leitmotif as Bone Trousel because they're the Skelebros. Also, the big cannons he was using during his attack are called Gaster Blasters, which could mean nothing. Oh, hey, his eyes are closing. Like I started to say, and he might speak and cut me off again. I'm so unbelievably shocked at how locked in I am. I first tried Undyne the Undying, and I second tried Sans. These are the two hardest fights in the game, and it's not close. They each took me a while the first time I played them, and I haven't played them in a full year. Anyway, Sans is asleep. Do we know what that means I can do? Well, he was blocking me from going near the left edge, and if I do now, I can push the battle box. Only time the game tells you to do this. Doesn't even tell you, just has you do it. And once I get over to the left, then I can push it down. And again, keep in mind, like I said, every monster so far has just turned to dust. But if we fight now while he's asleep... Hey, did you really think you'd be able to... That's blood. He's bleeding. Monsters in this game so far have not bled. So, guess that's it, huh? Just don't say I didn't warn you. And he gets up. Well, I'm going to Grillby's. Blood on his hand from holding it. And he shuffles off. Papyrus, do you want anything? And he turns to dust, and I leveled up to level 20. Even when he loses, he refuses to give you the satisfaction of watching him die. He shuffles off screen, and he dies without letting you see. I still got 2 healing items, too. I can end the game with the dog residue in my inventory. Alright. Well, guess we better continue to the throne room. Level 20. Next 0. Max level. Throne room. We aren't going to go in there quite yet, though. We'll save. I also sized this text box correctly. I did it blind because I did it while the battle was black, and so... Or while the whole screen was black, so I couldn't see what the edge was. But I actually sized that right. That's crazy. I could maybe, like, move it 1 pixel. So that it's not on the very edge, but... It works out well enough. We can go check on the coffins. I wonder if there'll be any new dialogue, since we know this was Kara's coffin. It's as comfortable as it looks. Oh, okay. Thanks, Kara. Well, on to see Asgore. I'm gonna copy this. Because I want to highlight this achievement. Okay, there we go. And again, pay attention to what Asgore is saying here. Curious. I've never seen a plant cry before. Huh? You must be the one that flower just warned me about. Howdy. What kind of monster are you? Just want to pause on that line for a moment. It's not even keep pretending to be human. It's not even you're not human. It's what kind of monster are you? Sorry, I cannot tell. Well, we can always... Now. There's no need to fight. Why not settle this over a nice cup of tea? The one ending Asgore doesn't want to fight you because he doesn't realize you're a human. Or you were a human. I didn't click anything. Why, you... See? I never betrayed you. It was all a trick, see? I was waiting to kill him for you. After all, it's me, your best friend. I'm helpful. I can be helpful to you. I promise I won't get in your way. I can help. I can... Please, don't kill me. I gotta be honest, that didn't seem necessary. Oh, well, hello. Greetings. I am Kara. Thank you. Your power awakened me from death. My human soul. My determination. They were not mine, but yours. Just Frisk is so unbelievably powerful. At first, I was so confused. Our plan had failed, hadn't it? Why was I brought back to life? You, with your guidance, I realized the purpose of my reincarnation. Power. Together, we eradicated the enemy and became strong. Became strong, you say? Ugh. HP, attack, defense, gold, EXP, love. Every time a number increases, that feeling, that's me. Kara. Now we have reached the absolute. There is nothing left for us here. Let us erase this pointless world and move on to the next. No, I'd say don't. No?
How curious. You must have misunderstood. Since when were you the one in control?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. By the way, just for reference, when that happened, the window changed from full screen to windowed, moved several times to different places on my desktop, and then it's now black because it crashed. So I guess we'll reload. I forget if it makes us wait a while. I think it might, which would be unfortunate. Okay. We now must wait, by the way. I don't think we can skip, so... So basically, it closed, and that all happened because Kara attacked us, and then that swipe was them destroying the world. And so now this black screen with Howling Wind is the result. There's nothing here. And so we have to wait. And so while we're waiting, we can talk. We can recap. Because we've reached the end of the route. And so I'm going to wait. Because what happens here matters. But that is the end of the gameplay. We have beaten it. And I really enjoy this. Getting through the route itself is tedious and not the most fun through large portions of it. However, keep in mind, it was 11 hours of streams to get True Pacifist, and that's from a blank slate. It would have been about 8 hours of streams, 7.5, to just beat the game on a normal playthrough, based on what we did the last 2 days. Now, doing Geno, it has been 3.5 hours, and we beat it. So it's at best, or like, if you beat it in a reasonable number of attempts on the 2 fights, as I did, then it is about half the time of a normal playthrough. And that's not counting if you do Pacifist, and so then you do Neutral, and then convert it to True Pacifist, like we did in our streams, which adds, like, 3 more hours. So, it's shorter. And I appreciate how this ending is possible, whether you have completed a neutral route or not. Now, again, because it is, like, hard to activate, it is very, very unlikely that someone will, without prior instruction, just load in and do this as their first attempt. Now, it's possible, because someone could just be thinking, ooh, grind XP like a game, and grind until level 4, at which point it activates. But Again, the game very early on, when you faced maybe one enemy, tells you you do not have to fight, you can spare, etc. And so it is very unlikely that someone will then grind to this extent. They might kill a few monsters and get on the neutral route, but it is unlikely that they will truly get to the level of Geno. On top of that, I like how it is literally exactly what Flowey said. He reincarnated as a flower. He didn't know what to do. He discovered he could save, and he could respawn. The first thing he did was be nice to everyone, solve all their problems, see what would happen if they were okay, if they were happy, if there was nothing to do. But then, once he had done that, he got curious. And then he wonders, what happens if I instead kill everyone? What do they do then? What different dialogue can I get? And that is exactly what almost every player will do. They'll do the pacifist. Well, they'll do neutral. That'll tell them to do pacifist. Or if they do pacifist on their first time, they'll get that. Then, once they've saved everyone, they'll go, but what if I do the opposite? Or they'll hear about this route and they'll get curious. What is it? What does it entail? What do I get out of it? Or they'll hear about the boss fights, Undyne and Sans, and they'll think, oh, well, I want to beat that. And that is the exact same path Flowey was on. And then on top of it, it just characterizes him so much more. In both paths, neutral and pacifist, he wants the souls because he wants the control. He wants the determination to save the game. And in both endings, he gets that power and he does just that. Now, again, I'm not getting into the specifics of how pacifist and neutral differ and what happens and all of that, but even just with neutral as a reference, he takes the souls, he kills Asgore to get another, he turns into Omega Flowey. The first thing he does is you can no longer save, and then he saves over your death, and he uses it throughout the fight. Because it is the person in the world who has the most determination, who has the ability to save and respawn as we do. And it's because Frisk, main character, is so determined, I've kind of given up on that, by the way, that we, the player, have that power. And that likely combined with Kara is what makes it so strong. So, it just, again, it is a drag in some ways, but it has the challenge that the rest of the game doesn't. That, like I said, on my first playthrough, I think I may have died to Asgore once or twice. That's it. I didn't even die to Omega Flowey on my first playthrough like I did during this one. But, you know, you coast through it. Yeah, some fights you have to heal, you have to do whatever, but you make your way through, and there's not that much to worry about. But in this route, there are only 2 battles you have to do in the entire route. Everyone else is a basic monster or gets one shot. But those 2 battles are incredibly difficult, that both can take you hours. Now, like I said, Undyne took me 10 tries. That was half an hour, 40 minutes, and I was very happy when I beat it. Sans was the reason I didn't beat this in one night. It took me 25 tries, but each try is quite long, especially if you make it far. And I wish I still had it. I unfortunately don't, but I literally opened a notepad on my computer and went through and listed every single one of Sans' attacks. Because if you attack on every turn, the order of his attacks is scripted. Now, in the second half, which is after he gets tired, there is RNG, because if you saw the flickering, that it would be an attack for 2 seconds, then it would flicker and go to something else, and it would flicker and go to something else. It's random what it cuts to. It's like a certain set of like 5 attacks it can be, and it'll flicker to one of those 5. It's not 5, but you get the idea. But I could write down, like, platformer, tall bones, short bones, quick bones, like, whatever. And I had a list. And there's a certain point at which, after you spend too many turns healing, then it gets random. And so then you're adding attacks and you're adding RNG that's harder to prepare for. But, like, there, I don't think I got into that RNG. I might have in the second half because I spent quite a few turns healing, but I still made it through it because once you know what the attacks are and you're prepared for them, then it is fairly manageable to just learn them, which is a really cool setup for a fight. That it isn't bad RNG that kills you. It is just a series of a soul that you are not used to and types of attacks you are not used to, and you gotta take the time to get used to them and figure them out. And it's really cool. And that is also why, even a year later, I forgot some of it, which is why it did take me a while, or it did take me a death, because I forgot the first attack. I knew it was hard, didn't remember exactly what he did, and so I got bullied by it, but still manageable. Anyway, we've talked. I think we're probably to about the end of the 10 minutes we have to wait. And we're not going to do the fallout of this, but I'm going to explain it once we get this scene. And then I'm going to have to replay this game myself later. But hey, that's okay. I can do that. I did it for this stream. I can do it off stream and skip through dialogue. That's okay. There we go.
Interesting. You want to go back? You want to go back to the world you destroyed. It was you who pushed everything to its edge. It was you who led the world to its destruction. But you cannot accept it. You think you are above consequences?
I forget what these options do. I want to just make sure I don't choose wrong here. Hold on. Okay, I don't think it matters. But yeah, I don't think it matters. We're just going to say yes to be safe. But I don't think it matters. I think it's just different dialogue.
Exactly.
I think if you say no, based on what I'm reading, if you say no, they just say, then what are you looking for? And I don't want to risk it closing the game and we have to wait again.
Perhaps we can reach a compromise. You still have something I want. Give it to me. And I will bring this world back.
See, they don't tell you what they're offering, but clicking no closes the game and you have to wait again. We're not going to do that. We're going to say yes.
Then it is agreed.
Have you been following Gardens? Because I've just been yapping for 10 minutes while waiting for this cutscene to start. Let me just finish this, because we're at the end of it.
You will give me your soul.
Again, saying no will close the game. We're not going to do that. We're just going to agree.
Then It is done.
The game closed. The game is closed. And if I reopen it, that's fair. Hope that you figure that out. Normal intro. And hey, it looks like we've never opened it before. Gives us this, whatever. Now, I will just say this. I'm going to close the game. I'm going to say this. The game does not play exactly the same. It basically does. But so basically, yeah. And we're done, by the way, Gardens. I'm going to end probably in the next 5 minutes, and then that's up to you if you want to binge, because, I mean, you missed part of the first stream that I kind of explained what happened, but didn't get there, but obviously you didn't watch it. Then you missed, like, the second couple hours of the second stream, and then you caught most of this one. I would recommend watching the beginning, because, again, it's interesting and really cool to see, but there you go. But basically what happens now is we agreed to give them our soul. So the neutral ending is the exact same. But if you get true pacifist ending, then it changes the ending. That instead of being squarely a happy ending, it gets twisted in some way. And I'm not going to say exactly because Gardens hasn't seen it, but it doesn't end on the positive note because even though you beat it with your soul, Kara owns your soul. And if you beat genocide again, I'm pretty sure they just acknowledge that fact. I think Kara just asks, you wanted to recreate the world, why are you destroying it again? So, even though the game plays and appears like it is completely the same as when you first started, any pacifist or Geno ending you get is referred to as a soulless ending because you don't have the soul anymore. That is permanent. Even though it's a true reset, no matter how many times you true reset, that flag is still on your game. And so that's why the last time I played a year ago, I did a neutral ending, a fully neutral ending. Then the second thing I did was true pacifist. Then I did Geno. Then I did a soulless pacifist. And so before this stream, or before this week of streams, I uninstalled the game because that is the only way to get rid of the soulless flag. I had to uninstall and reinstall it completely. And that's what I'm going to have to do again because I'm not going to leave it soulless. I'm going to have to uninstall, reinstall, do a true pacifist. That's what I'm going to have to do at some point. But that brings us to the end of the Undertale streams. We've gotten all 3 endings. Obviously, I didn't see every line of dialogue. I didn't get everything. But I got the main story beats. And I got the endings I wanted. So, that leaves it off for Undertale. Now, as I said at the beginning of this stream, I am going to have more streams coming up. Because this is the end of Undertale. But a month ago, I streamed Deltarune chapters 1 through 4. I have not streamed Deltarune chapter 5, and I have not streamed the Weird Route. And the Weird Route is just about as uncomfortable as this, if not more so. But I streamed this, so I might as well. So basically, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm gonna Frankenstein it. Because I already streamed Deltarune chapters 1 through 4 a month ago. I don't really want to stream them all again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stream chapters 1 through 4 as the weird route, because they are mostly unchanged, by and large. There are several scenes and lines of dialogue that are changed, but it's not as radically different as this game. And so I'm going to stream those 4 chapters. Then after that, I'm going to stream the normal route of chapter 5. And then I'm going to stream the weird route of chapter 5. And so if anyone here isn't caught up with Deltarune, then the next few streams, so the first stream, chapter 1, completely unchanged. That'll be a normal experience. The next few chapters, especially chapter 2, you are not going to get the normal experience, but if you don't need the normal experience, it's close enough to get you caught up a little bit. Then we'll stream chapter 5, and I'm not going to be careful with spoilers because I will have streamed the first 4 last month and the 4 weird routes this month. Then we'll do the chapter 5 weird route. So, I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'm going to take like a day, separate these 2. Then maybe Tuesday, maybe later in the week, I'll figure it out. I'm going to have to stream these. And I might play through the chapters a little bit fast because, again, I'm doing weird route, but they're mostly normal. But we'll play through them. We'll see. See, that's Tough Gardens. I could stream tomorrow. I could. Because chapter 1 should be pretty light. Especially if I'm going fairly quick. Especially if I don't struggle too much with it. I could. Yeah, I can stream it. Especially because tomorrow's the only normal chapter. See, I'm also concerned because I'm going to be honest. The chapter 5 weird route is literally a half an hour maximum. It's awful, but it's so short. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm doing with that stream. Because I think the chapter 5 stream will probably be like a 9-10 hour stream, maybe. At least 8. And so I don't think I can add it to the end of that. But we'll figure that out. That'll be... I have 5 streams to do before that. So we'll figure that out. I can be back tomorrow since you don't work. Chapter 4, I think chapter 1 will be probably 4 or 5 hours. That's how long it was last time I streamed it. So we'll do that. But that does it for my Undertale. That does it for Geno. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Gardens for being here. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll have Deltarune then, but thank you again. That does it for tonight.